I'll go right behind him, or not to get him trapped or anything. But
Okay, so you crawl right in behind the orc's butt.
I mean, you know who I am, right?
So yeah, you crawl about 8 or 10 feet forward, then it turns off to the left, and it crawls forward another maybe 20 feet or so, and then making sure that I get the right room here.
We're all crawling along.
Dead end. Solid wall at the end.
I communicate that to the group so they can back up.
Error. From your position coming up behind your allies' butts, you are getting a faint read of illusion magic ahead of you.
That's probably a fake wall.
So I'm gonna
Push on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick my hand into the wall. I'm gonna try to touch the wall.
And you try, but the wall's not there. Your hand goes right through it into empty space.
Okay, then keep on going.
Okay. You're gonna crawl through?
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
Oh boy. D6. There we go. Uh-oh. 2.
Take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay. That's not so bad.
And the rest of you hear a loud thud sound as the mass of your orc tumbles through and hits the ground about 8 or 10 feet below him. So now you are in this cool looking room. So, looking up behind you, you've just crawled through a space up off the ground, maybe 8 or 10 feet. Looking up behind you now, the hallway you're in is kind of similar to where you entered, the long 20-foot wide hallway, but instead of all different manner of creatures and objects and items, you instead see depictions of humans and human-like creatures posing with spheres, like large orbs of different colors. Looking up at the wall behind you, it looks like you've crawled out of just a silver orb. A human is holding it high above his head. Looking across from you, I will tab these as we go. I'm sorry, I said silver. It's actually gold, held high overhead. Looks like you've just crawled through this. This one here is pale blue in color, and it's held at about shoulder level. So type here. Type here. Type everywhere.
I was gonna type gold and silver and stuff, but yeah.
I can just write the colors down.
This one here is an orange orb, held about waist high. This one here is silver, and it's sitting on the ground at the base of the man's feet. Here you see a door in the wall. This orb here is purple and is down by the feet. This one here is green and is held high overhead. And then beyond that, it's too dark to see.
Okay, well, I'm going to communicate up to everybody in the tunnel to watch that first step. And I'm going to check out that door.
Okay.
I'll come down. Hopefully not falling on an orc.
Yeah, and he gives you a warning, and you guys are able to poke your head through and see the drop and easily just kind of climb down the wall. So this gold orb that you climbed out of looks solid, but it's very clearly an illusion. And climbing back up into it would not be that difficult either.
How big are these orbs? Like, if we can pass through them, they're like people size?
Yeah, they're pretty large. Maybe about the size of a manhole.
Okay.
And so you're checking out the door. It's a stone door set into the wall here.
No kinds of buttons or runes or anything goofy around it.
Just a handle on the door.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna wait for everybody to group up and gesture towards it, like I want to go through it.
So, silly question, guys. Since we came through an orb, would it make sense that maybe all of these other orbs would be similar illusions or portals?
Probably.
Wait, what was it that thing said at the start? Something about green.
Shun green.
So shun green if you can, but night's good color is for those of great valor. If shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need to sacrifice aught but a loop of magical metal. Well along your march.
Do we see any of those colors? There's green right here, right?
Yeah, that one's a green color.
Yeah, but I don't think there was a red.
Can we? Does the hall keep going?
Red might be something else.
The hallway does keep going, yes. You can see a little more, having come a little more to the south.
Ah.
The hint for red may be different for a different hint. Night's good color I can think of being, like black or dark blue for like the night sky, or maybe like a silver for like the color of the moon.
So looking,
but I don't know.
Looking south here, another doorway right here. Across from it is a yellow orb held at shoulder level. Beyond the door is a bronze orb held at waist level. And across from that is a pink orb held high overhead.
Pink, huh? Not red. See,
I'm gonna...
It's almost like these are dragon colors, but I've never heard of a pink or a purple dragon.
What D&D have you been playing, sir?
There are indeed purple dragons in some settings.
All right, I'm going to go
what
over
was
to
this
the...
color again?
Bronze.
Bronze, yes.
Bronze.
I wrote the colors down, but I didn't write their positions. So I will...
This was a silver orb, right?
That one is pale blue, held at shoulder level.
The silver one, I think, was...
This one is silver, and it's down at the feet.
I'm going to poke my sword into the silver orb.
Okay, before you do that...
I was going to ask if I could do the same thing. Not the silver one, but the one behind you.
Just as your detect magic starts fading away, you detect illusion magic in this blank part of wall between the two orbs.
Oh.
And that's we'll call that your detect magic. Being
I lost my glimpse of it, but for just a split second, I thought there was maybe some more illusion magic right here.
And indeed, the hallway continues south into the darkness, even though we've got type here.
Ominous words from the gods.
Bub's gonna poke the wall with his staff.
And you thump at the wall with your staff, and it makes a sound.
Can I investigate it?
The illusion wall?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's investigating?
I will. Okay. Sure, why not? 8.
An 8.
It's always almost 20, huh?
Can't tell if there's anything there or not.
Bub's gonna try to investigate that.
Okay.
So that's investigation, right?
Yep.
Can we just all do it and get him advantage?
If you decide to do it as a group, you make one check
it was almost
at
19,
advantage.
but it hit my other dice, so it's like a 4.
A 4.
which is, I think I also have -1, so 3.
Very nice looking wall you found there, Bob.
Not bad, huh? Finest stone.
Well, it could be I was mistaken.
Magic is a tricksy thing.
It is a tricksy thing, especially that illusion stuff.
So what's next?
Mm.
I'm gonna
Wasn't
go back to
somebody
this.
poking an orb?
I was gonna go
gonna
back to
poke
this
the
orb. I'm
Poke
gonna
the
poke it with
silver
a
orb,
shovel.
and you poke the silver orb, and it's just painted on the wall, solid.
Same thing with this orange orb here.
Yep, same thing at the orange one. That one you're poking at waist level, and it's just the solid plaster of the wall.
I'm wondering if the heights are important. Because I think I wrote the colors down, but not necessarily the heights.
Yeah, I wrote colors down too.
Right, you want me to go through the ones you've seen again?
Sure.
Okay, you've got gold held overhead. That's the one you guys climbed out of.
Right?
Pale blue at shoulder level. Orange at waist level. Silver at feet. This one is purple at feet. This one is green, held high overhead. This one is yellow, held at shoulder. This is bronze at waist level. And pink, held high overhead. And then the passage continues south into the darkness.
Let's go a little further in.
Can I
down.
poke the? I'm gonna poke all the colors that we have matched with. So I'm gonna poke green.
Poke green.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
maybe
we shun green.
Poke
I'm gonna
the
poke it
plaster
anyway.
of the wall.
Yeah.
And moving to the south here. Let's resolve the poking first, I think.
What colors do we have? So green. I don't know what this is. Red.
There's no red. Which one?
Well, I'm just looking at the colors on the
So-
poem we
So
have.
purple,
Oh.
that one was pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote down all the colors. It's just that what colors do I know are
He's looking at the
named
poem.
already. So green, whatever Knight's good color is, and then red. So if I see anything that looks like that, I'm going to poke it.
Okay. So far, the only color that responds at all is the gold orb. When you poke up through it, it just pokes through the illusion. And then pokedude, moving to the south here. You've got the bronze and the pink one. South of there, you have gray held at shoulder level. And black down at the feet.
Oh, there's Knight's good color, I think.
And then just south of that is pale violet, held at shoulder level.
All right, I'm gonna poke the black one.
Poke the black one, and your poking device goes through it as though it's not there.
All right.
Oh, hey.
I'll just go through slowly.
Go through, just climb right in, huh?
Pull your poking device back and make sure that it's not missing the tip.
No,
It's just getting shorter and shorter as the adventure goes on.
you pull your poking device back, and it looks like it's still intact.
Yeah. I'm just gonna cautiously peek in.
And you peek your head in, and it's another cramped little crawl space. This one lower to the ground, though. This orb is painted down at the feet. And looks like it goes forward about 30 feet or so, and then turns to the right.
All right. I'm gonna slowly move in and.
I yell at him. Do you think it's a good spot to go down?
It doesn't look too bad.
All right, I'll trust him against my better judgment. I'll follow him in.
Climbing into the crawl space.
All right.
Is everybody going in?
I look at the half orc and shrug.
But Bub's gonna head down this hallway a little bit more because it looks
Okay.
like we got a little bit more distance.
A lot more orbs.
Oh boy.
So we left off at the pale violet one. This one
I
is
gotta write this down.
bright blue at the feet. This one is white, held high overhead. This one is red, held waist high. Turquoise, held at the shoulder. And buff at the feet. I don't know what kind of color buff is supposed to be.
Isn't it like flesh or orange?
That's what I was thinking. Flesh colored, yeah.
Maybe.
Like somebody being naked or in the buff.
Very well could be.
That seems reasonable.
Only Sir Gygax knows for sure.
I'm gonna try poking the red orb with my staff.
And goes right through it. It's another illusion.
Okay.
That one is at waist level, so it's in about the center of the wall.
So do we want to check out this one while they check out that one, or does that sound like a terrible idea?
I mean, we're just standing here. We might as well use our time wisely.
Yeah,
or not wisely.
Bub's checking it out. Bub's
Yeah, let's check it out.
You poke your head into the red orb, and you see another little crawl space. This one looks like it goes forward about 40 feet and then dead ends.
Well, last time Bub was fooled by illusion, by tricky magics, so he's gonna suspect that there's more tricksy magic at work, so he's gonna crawl to the end of that to check out if it's a fake.
Okay.
Splitting the party. Yes.
Split the
Yes.
party. That's how we do.
2 separate tunnels. This can't end poorly at all.
Yeah, you climb forward. I'm not sure exactly how much of this I can reveal. Yeah. So yeah, you go forward about 40 feet, and you put your hand against the far wall, and it's solid.
Oh, but it looks like it turns to the right.
No, it's just a solid wall there too.
No? Well, he's gonna
Well,
try
it
reaching over
Looks like
there.
a solid wall, and you put your
He's
hand
gonna-
through the illusion wall off to the right.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Meanwhile, we're
I guess that was a little metagaming because I can see the map.
Yeah. Meanwhile, are you guys just taking this whole path through?
yeah.
And you continue to climb through this tunnel, and it starts to grade downward slowly, and it continues to loop around.
Hmm.
I look behind me and see that we're not being followed, and I yelled to
Woody.
Woody, hey!
uh.
I yell back behind me. It's like, hey, you guys following us?
Hmm.
And you guys can hear each other, very echoey,
Okay.
and it sounds very far away. You hear Error yelling, "Are you guys behind us or what?"
No, me check out Red Orb.
Well, technically speaking, yes.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm a paladin. I follow a strict law of conduct. Semantics are everything.
Maybe we should regroup.
That sounds like wimpy girly man talk.
Let's meet back up in the orb room. And I turn around to go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tell our half-orc, guess we should go back and make them feel better about themselves.
But Bub's not going to.
I come back.
Okay.
And I turn around and say, oh.
Mr. Bub. So you crawl through the illusion into the next room. This time you don't fall to the ground. The opening is about at waist level here too, so you just kind of climb out. And you climb out of the mouth of the crawlway. And you see 3 large chests affixed firmly to the floor. The western one here is gold. The center one is silver, and the eastern one is a very handsome oak bound with thick bronze bands.
God, I watched this last night.
I'm gonna call back to everybody and tell them that I found a treasure room.
You guys hear echoing through the hallway. Bub, find shinies.
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
we'll go
that's
check
all
it
it takes for us, right? Got to donate something to the church, right?
Now, I remember what happened in this room last time.
Okay. Well, you are under no obligation to trigger a known trap. You may use as much or as little of your knowledge of this room as you would like.
Yeah. I feel like
We all look at each other awkwardly.
So-
I don't remember
So who
exactly.
wants-
I don't remember if some of the chests were safe or not, but I don't remember. All I know is that if we just start haphazardly opening these chests, bad things happen.
So who wants to bet when we open a chest, we find a lever to find a pit?
I mean, I could tell you that that's not what happens.
I know exactly what happens, so just don't want to say anything. I'm looking at the poem, trying to find hints.
Yeah,
I think I found one, but I can't say it yet.
Oh, you can say whatever you like.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
No,
think
I'm not
we're
going to.
Oh,
concerned- I don't
okay.
think we're concerned with metagamey stuff.
What I will do though is ask whoever was able to cast detect magic if they can do it again.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Sure. Care to wait another 10 minutes so I don't use up precious spell slots?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, can we just examine the room and not touch the chests?
Yeah. Examining the room, there's no plaster mosaics on the walls here. Looks like kind of a boring room, aside from the 3 treasure boxes that look very inviting indeed.
No odd walls that look like they're doors that shut or
Make a. How many people
Like
are?
see.
How many people are looking around?
Yeah, all of us, right?
I guess I'm looking for seams on the walls.
Errors specifically not.
Okay.
So I guess me with my 0. So roll. What is this, investigation?
Wisdom perception, and make it add
Oh, okay.
advantage because you're being assisted.
Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so 16 or... Oops, I'm on my character sheet here. I mean, I got the same thing twice. 20? 20.
20's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, bear with me just 1 second.
For future reference, I've got a +8 on perception. Just if we need to do that again.
Yeah, that'll be better. I thought I was rolling investigation, which was... my 0 is the best of everyone available.
I thought somebody had a 2.
I think he's casting a spell, though.
Oh, that's him. Gotcha.
Yeah. Intelligence. If we had an intelligence score higher than 10, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, you go over the room, but you don't find anything else out of place.
I guess we're just waiting for that ritual to finish.
Going through detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
And you do get a faint read of abjuration magic in the silver treasure chest.
What about the others?
You have to open them to see what's in there.
So the silver chest has abjuration magic.
The chest itself does not, but you're reading
Oh.
the faint magic through the silver
So
of
there's
the
a
box.
magical shiny inside.
There's something inside of the silver chest that is.
Replace
it's
shiny
magical.
with any other awful noun.
Abjuration magic.
Well, if it's the one that's different, should we open it up?
It seems like a bad idea.
So you want to open the other 2 then?
Yeah, the ones that aren't radiating magic.
Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Bob leaves the room.
So, Pokedude is opening which one?
This one
All
here.
right. That's excellent. Roll initiative. Bub, you've made it this far.
Okay.
Mr. I'm not scared.
Oh, don't you do that. Oh, I hate you, Days. Oh, I beat the snakes. Good.
What did Bub get?
15.
And Razanir?
3.
Ooh. Yeah, you beat the snakes.
I beat the snakes.
And pokedude.
11.
And error.
21.
Not bad.
Hard to BS, man.
Now I get to get out my trusty monster manual. So I've got good news and bad news. The good news is pokedude has released a swarm of poisonous snakes into the room.
Excellent.
That's the good news?
That's the good news.
Awesome.
The bad news is I probably won't be able to kill you with poisonous snakes.
Yeah, I'm immune to poison.
I think I can antidote poison.
Let's make this a different color green. There we go. So, Pokedude, your square is now swarming with poisonous snakes.
All right.
Snaking up out of this chest. And Error, you have the initiative.
So can I hit the poisonous snakes without hitting Pokedude?
Yeah. I mean, it's a swarm all around it. I mean, we're talking dozens and dozens of snakes.
Swarm. Let me look at my handy-dandy spell sheet and see what the heck I have that might deal with swarms.
Anything AoE.
Oh, so hitting Pokedude with Thunder Wave would be perfect in this situation.
We'll just heal him up later.
Otherwise, swarms are hard to hit with, like, because there's like a bunch of the
Yeah.
snakes. So if you try to swing at them, it's not super effective.
But what is super effective against poison type? Oh!
So,
Psychic.
I was like flying. I don't know. Let me open up my phone.
I'm going to go ahead and go in this corner and fire a ray of frost at the snakes.
Okay. Is that a to hit, or am I making a save?
I think it's a spell attack roll.
Okay.
14 plus charisma plus proficiency.
Yes.
Is that right?
there should just be a thing that says spell attack on your sheet.
Yeah, you'll have a spell attack bonus. Probably on the same sheet as all your spells, but that's what the roll is. It's a d20 plus proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Spell attack bonus plus 9.
Yep.
So
Nice.
23.
That hits.
And I think is that a D8? Yes, a D8.
Is
Thank
Ray
you.
of Frost a spell or a cantrip?
It's a cantrip. I took one of my magical secrets with it. Or steal one of your D8's book.
Oh yeah, take them all. That's fine.
7 points of damage.
For 7 points?
Yes.
And you're staying put. You want to be back in that corner?
I'm backed in that corner.
Bub, you hear the sounds of combat coming from the room that you just fled from.
Yeah. Bub's gonna go ahead and work his curry back up and turn around.
Okay.
I've got 40-foot movement, so can I get out of there and get to the
It's
snakes?
going to take you...
I assume I'm moving at like half movement.
yeah,
or
you're moving
something
half
like-
speed, so it's going to take you 20 feet of movement to get back to the entrance.
Okay, so but once I get out, I've got another 20 feet.
Yes, you can easily get back up into that swarm if you want.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take a swing at them with my great axe.
Go ahead and
'cause
roll
it's
it.
All I can do.
Well, that's all you're designed to do. You're a barbarian.
Yes.
It'd be silly if you did anything else.
So let's take a swing and that is a 1. So no.
Apparently, Bub is terrified of snakes. Question marks come next. That's interesting. Pokedude, you're up.
Right, I'm gonna. I don't know if I can angle this properly or not, but I'm gonna use Sweeping Cinder Strike That costs 2 key points.
Okay. And that's an attack.
Yeah.
Is it a hit roll, or am I making a save?
I was like, it casts Burning Hands.
Oh, okay. Burning Hands. Then
Oh,
that's gonna
good.
be a save. Yeah, you can sweep that and not hit Bub if you want.
Yeah. All right.
Aim it at the wall. It's a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Yeah.
4 is probably not going to do it. Turns into an 8.
Uh,
I mean, if your spell
eight.
save DC is only 8, then
Yeah.
we got problems.
Yeah, that's going to be a fail. So go ahead and roll damage on that.
all right. Let's see.
Well, casting a negative 1
3d6.
level spell with an int of 2.
Well, monk
Uh,
spell save DC is 8
I need to-
plus proficiency plus wisdom mod.
Yes, it's based
So
on
I'd
wisdom.
What's his wisdom? 1? That's the only way you could fail.
I'd expect his wisdom to be at least
Like,
14, if not
High,
16.
right?
As a monk, yeah, you.
All right. That's 15 fire damage.
15 fire damage. And these snakes sizzle and pop and scorch as you cast your burning rays over them. And you manage, between that and the ray of frost, you manage to destroy about half of them. You can move from your space, but doing so
Right.
might provoke an opportunity attack, because you're still getting swarmed.
I'm gonna back away here.
Okay. Then you're going to take some bites.
Was that the big D20?
That was a little one. The big one's for special occasions.
Ha.
Also, I have 2 big ones, just in case I've got to make a special occasion roll at advantage. I've got a 17 to hit you with poison snakes.
My armor class is 17.
All right, that's going to hit.
Right.
For 3 points of
Okay.
piercing damage. And you need to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
Uh, that's yeah, pass.
Pass it. Take 7 points of poison damage.
I'm immune to poison. Does
Then take 0 points of poison damage. That's going to bring us to Razanir.
I walk up and take his place, and I stab.
Stab the snakes.
I stab the snakes.
All right, roll it.
23.
That'll do it. Roll damage.
Okay.
Uh, 10.
Okay, you stab downward with your blade.
Oh, sorry, 11. 11 damage.
Okay.
But
You stab downward with your blade. Slaughter a couple more of these snakes. There's still several left. Moving or staying put?
I moved up to them, so I'll stay there.
Okay. They're going to slither right on into your space.
Oh, it's like dating Medusa.
I got a 15 to hit you with poisonous bites.
My armor class is 20.
Okay.
Did them moving away from me give me an opportunity attack?
They're still within your threat range because they're
Oh,
standing
okay.
in his space. And he's 5 feet away from you.
Okay. Oh, they're in his space. Gotcha.
Right. They got. They literally have to be in your space to bite you.
Okay.
They're tiny.
Yeah. What kind of armor are you wearing?
Full plate.
Okay, then they just can't. I mean, they've got terrifying snake jaws, but they're just not going to bite through sheet metal.
Yeah.
Eric,
Bent
can,
fangs.
can you mop this up?
Yeah, I'll try that ray of frosting again.
This horrible travesty that they've done.
Right at my feet. Ah! I leap out of the way of the beam.
22.
22 will hit.
More afraid of air than the snakes.
Hey, I could have thunderwaved you.
Yeah, that's why I'm afraid of you.
That's 11.
11 points.
Frost damage.
And half of the snakes are popsicles, the other half are scorch marks on the ground. But no more snakes are moving at this point.
There's dinner.
Also, I know mechanics question.
Yep.
Not necessarily for me, but don't our like fighty types get extra attack?
Oh yeah, I get to attack twice.
Oh yeah.
Shoot.
I want to live through this, or at least try to. So.
Yeah. I wasn't exactly expecting much combat in here, so I honestly didn't look too much at my combat.
I wasn't going to remind him.
I'm the only one here who doesn't have extra attack.
Yeah.
So I watched the entirety of the previous group, and nobody attacked twice. Like nobody had extra attack, so I didn't know it existed.
No, well,
Yeah.
Until I looked at my sheet, like, what is this? Oh,
most character classes that are melee focused tend to get it, I think, level 5.
I did know I had that when I made the character,
Ah.
but I forgot.
But other than the snakes, well, the pile of dead snakes that have been ray of frosted, the chest is empty.
so the
The
one without the magic didn't work. Do we try the one with?
I don't trust the pattern here.
I think that might be okay. I don't. I definitely know what happens with this one.
If we're going to open up this one, let's try and be smart about this. Everyone back up.
Okay.
And
I mean, I have Mage Hand. I can do that too. I can also stand in the way of anything that leaps out.
Okay, because I was going to mage hand the chest open.
Yeah.
But
I
the-
apparently
the
get a
silver-
wizard spell. Yeah. But I have to be kind of close to it. Where's my book?
Is it 30 feet? Or is it...
Yeah, I get it's like the wizard spell. It's not a bonus weird thing.
Yeah, no,
So
Mage
whatever-
Hand, you can stand against that back wall and Mage Hand this box. No problem.
I'm gonna stand between my party and the box and Mage Hand it open.
Okay. And you open the chest, and nothing leaps out of it. But you also can't see what's in it because you're standing back from it.
Do I get like tangible, like tactile sensations from the Mage Hand?
You do not, actually.
No. Can I step forward and then Mage Hand fondle around what's in there?
Roll a D100 for percentile to see what random thing you pull out of the box.
So you just... put
Oh,
the
it's a beating heart.
So you're... Are you looking into the box when you do this?
I'm gonna look in the box.
Look in the box. Looking in
What's
the
in the
box, you see a smaller clear crystal box that looks very ornate, very expensive, sitting in the bottom of this box. And inside is a magic ring.
Oh.
Hey, that poem said something about a ring.
A metal loop, yeah.
I Mage Hand the box out, and I'm wearing plate gloves. It won't touch my skins, right?
Roll a d4.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, the magical loop of metal is also in the stanza with the red for blood. So
One.
and that's where we are.
1. I have a 23 to hit you.
That hits.
That hits.
Yeah, I had 20.
Take 2 points of piercing damage. So your Mage Hand lifts this little lightweight crystal
Fine.
box out of the bottom of the chest. Darts fire up out of it. And you're looking into the box. One of them clips the side of your face. The other 3 fly wide, clattering against the back walls. So when the paladin turns around holding this little crystal box in his Mage Hand, there's a dart poking out of his head.
I unceremoniously pluck the dart out and pocket it.
Go into your
That's-
survival viewer.
Yeah.
That scar will add character later.
Yeah.
Plenty more where that one has come from.
Yeah, looking in this little crystal box is holding a ring of protection.
I hand the box over to whoever wants it. If no one takes it, I'll open it.
Okay. So who's taking the ring of protection? The crystal box itself is also worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Ooh, what's our Sierra score now?
What?
I mean, you joke about that, but remember, this is a first edition adventure where you actually did get scored based on the gold piece value.
We have 6 of 938 points, and we have not perma-stuck yet, so we're doing all right.
Sweet! I might be able to afford another rapier now to replace the one I...
Right.
So this
I give
ring,
him the box, yeah.
this
I
ring
give Aaron the box.
it requires attunement, which means you're going to have to take a short rest to attune to it and put it on. But anybody wearing it gains a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws.
Mine are high enough, really.
Bub thinks that sounds pretty good. So,
Bub wants it. All right.
sure.
Bub,
It's a +1 ring of protection.
yes.
So specifically from the poem, it's if shades of red stand for blood, the wise will not need sacrifice aught, but a loop of magical metal. You're well along your march.
So, speaking of saving throws, I was like, don't I get a bonus to saving throws? And I do. And everybody does. So if you're standing within 10 feet of me when you make any saving throw, add 4 to it.
Well, you added D4.
No, just 4. I add my charisma modifier to it.
Oh, it's just a flat.
Everybody gets +4 to all saves if they're 10 feet away from me.
Okay.
Including
So-
me.
So stand in the paladin square. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hug your neighborhood friendly paladin.
Okay, well, we've got our magical loop of metal. Is there anything else in this room?
Just an oak box with heavy bronze bands.
That nobody wants
I-
anything to do with.
I don't like that box.
I think there'll be more snakes in there or something.
I hate that box.
So, would you like to reveal to the class what's in the box? Or just leave it a mystery?
Isn't that a box that when you open it, it just fills the room with poison gas?
It might
No,
be.
that's later. That's
Oh.
later.
Then I guess I don't remember.
Okay.
It's the giant skeleton trap.
Yes,
Oh.
giant skeleton teleports
I-
into the room.
I do remember that giant scary skeleton. Yes.
So if I remember right, when we examined the gargoyle, that was a gem indentation,
Yes.
and not a ring.
It had. Oh, sorry. I'm not gonna say that. Never mind.
It was vaguely coin shaped, but probably not ring shaped.
It's about coin sized. It'll
Right,
take that
right.
size of a stone.
But we need, probably like a gem, not this ring.
So continuing to look south of you, you have a scarlet orb here, held waist high, and then the passage continues off into the darkness to the south.
I think
I'll tell the other two that the path we were going down before we retreated continued on much further. We didn't find a room at the end, but we didn't find the end of the path either.
It also there was a hint about Knight's good color, and this was through a black orb.
Right. I think we should examine the end of this room first, just to make sure there's nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
more
there's
orbs.
2 final
Yeah.
orbs. One of them is a pale green orb down at the feet, and the final one is an indigo orb held high overhead. And as you come close, there's another magic archway into the south face of this wall. Similarly blocked with vapors, like the first one you encountered. And as you come close, 3 stones in the archway in front of you begin to glow. The left-hand base stone shines with an olive hue. The one on the right glows citron. And the keystone, 7 feet overhead, gives off russet light.
I don't know what russet is.
It's like a rust color. Like a
Ah.
rusty reddish brown.
Huh. Okay, so olive is like a greenish. Citron, that's like a yellowish kind of.
Like a yellowish orange.
Yellow orange. Yeah.
Okay, and then,
Russet's like
russet
red.
Also kind of yellowish orange. It's like a reddish brown, almost like rust.
It's like rust. Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, those colors are definitely not in the poem.
And what was the lower right-hand corner orb again?
Indigo.
Lower.
Indigo.
Yeah, the orb is. This one here is an indigo orb.
Can we poke both of those? Because green's in the poem and indigo could be night.
And you poke both of them and just
we kinda
solid
already-
plaster.
We already poked the black one and found. Do we want to check that out next? I guess because you guys went partway down there and then turned around.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Okay, so going through the crawl space.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
And
You guys crawl a lot very fast.
yeah.
Stupid plate mail.
All right.
The crawl space continues south for some time, maybe 30 feet. Then it turns to the right for another 30 feet or so. Then it turns to the left for what seems like a very long time indeed.
Are we
And
sure
then
this isn't an endless passageway?
It's not endless because after, I don't know, 70 or 80 feet. Are any of you dwarves? If you're dwarves, I'll give you the exact number. But if you're not, no.
No, none of us are dwarves.
I'm the opposite of a dwarf. I get a totally bogus number.
Okay. Then yeah, I mean, you crawl forward and it's a dead end.
Mm,
And I mean, by
But,
this point, you guys are way down here somewhere. Ish.
Can I...
oh.
How long does it takes you 10 minutes to detect magic? I have it as a level 1 spell. Does that just mean it's instant?
Yeah, if you cast it using a
No.
spell slot, it comes
But
out
you use a
instantly.
spell slot.
But
Yeah.
I could cast it as a spell slot, but that would take up one of my daily charges. So since we're not in a immediate need situation, I've been using 10 minutes
Rituals,
of game
yeah.
time to
I'm gonna-
cast as a ritual instead.
I would
If you-
poke the wall
yeah,
at
I'm
it.
gonna stick my head against the wall.
okay, and solid.
Just poke
Can
the
you-
other walls.
Yeah, this,
What about like the sides and the floor?
yeah. I feel around and
Or the ceiling.
Who is in the front of the group here? Pokedude?
yeah.
Pokedude, make an intelligence investigation check.
It's not good at those.
We can't aid him in the tunnel, can we?
Nope.
We probably
No,
can't.
That
see
one.
Not an success. A nat 1.
All
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
can see our butts.
You start poking the walls, and nope, just seems solid all around you.
Bummer.
What's the holdup? It's just another illusionary wall, right?
I can't find any illusion here.
I just start poking wherever I am.
And poking the solid stone all around you.
Because that's wise in this little narrow place. Start poking the things above you.
Yeah.
My wisdom is only 10. Not a very good paladin.
So what's next?
My wisdom is also 10. You're as wise as the barbarian.
So,
I guess we gotta turn back.
Yeah.
so can I squeeze by him and examine the wall because I don't believe him?
With some difficulty, sure.
Okay.
I'd like to
Okay.
I'd like to investigate this wall.
Okay, go ahead
Give
and
it a
roll
guess.
intelligence investigation.
I go back the other direction.
Okay. And
I didn't roll in that one, but yeah.
this is a long, arduous crawl back through this long, winding tunnel, and you finally emerge back through the black orb into the familiar hallway.
All right then.
Did we ever examine this door?
No, there's 2 doors there, and nobody. I mean,
Bub took a look at it.
yeah,
but he
Bub
didn't
checked it out, but nobody's opened them yet.
I think that's probably the next thing to do.
I'll take a peek at this door.
Okay, you look at it, and it's just a door.
It has like a doorknob and everything. Like we can just open it.
You can open.
Do we
it.
want to start the detect magic ritual again?
Sure. Actually, I think I got this far south last. No,
you
I
did.
was here and saw that this was an illusionary wall.
Yeah.
Right, but
But we poked
you
it
didn't.
and-
You did not detect any magic from the doors on the western wall.
But I didn't get this far south with my detect magic, so
No, but it's got a radius of 30 feet. So if you were close
Yeah.
enough here, you would have seen magic on these doors. You know that they're
True.
not.
well, shall we try the door carefully? And I get my mage hand and attempt to open this door.
Okay, you mage hand the door open. And it's a fake door. There's just a wall just on the other side of it. Solid wall. Spear comes lunging out of the door. clatters against the far end of the hallway and breaks.
All right. That's a super nice door.
I tried this door then.
Okay, mage hand that one.
Yep.
Pokedude takes a step back.
Yeah.
Same thing. You open up the door. It's a solid wall behind it. A spear comes lunging out. Breaks against the other side of the wall.
I think we should take another look at the illusionary wall.
Did the spear that launched over? Oh, look at that!
Wait, yeah.
What a...
Yeah, wait. Did the spear not go through the wall over here?
No, it hit the wall and it broke.
Hmm.
It hit. I mean, you got the. Remember, these walls in here are covered in plaster, and they have paintings of people holding these orbs. There's not a painting here. It's just the plaster covering of the wall.
All right, I'll examine the wall.
Okay, make a perception check. Is anybody helping him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're being assisted, go ahead and make that check at advantage.
Do I want the 3 on die or the 2 on die?
Oh boy.
That's still a 12, actually.
That's not super great still.
Still a 12?
Yeah.
And no, you're not sure if there's anything here. It's just
Uh,
plaster wall. A moment ago, you detected faint illusion on the other side of it, but that's it.
can I take a crack at it?
No, that was a party effort. That
Uh,
was a team roll. That means all of you are going over the wall, helping him look for stuff.
Okay. Okay then.
Maybe I was just mistaken when I came through here last time.
Well then, I guess it's
I guess
down to
that's
the
down to
magical
here.
color door.
You approach the archway again, and once again, you've got the vapor-filled archway and the 3 colors: olive down at the left,
Citron, and
down at the
russet.
right, and then russet up overhead.
Can we investigate this portal? Like, the walls around it, or...
Well, the walls around the archway are still the plaster covered that you've become accustomed to. You've got the paintings of people holding orbs to your left and right. Otherwise, the archway itself looks pretty much identical to the one in the red tiled hallway, just with different colors in the 3 stones.
So, the poem mentions sacrifice a loop of magical metal. We just got it. Can we put it somewhere?
Does it say that we need to sacrifice it here?
I have no idea. I'm just gonna start looking for places to put it.
No, so far you haven't found anywhere obvious to put a ring.
I stick my broken sword in again.
I would say that we should just start poking at these buttons, like just brute force it. It can't be that hard. There's only 3 combinations, or only 3 buttons.
Poke the sword in and pull it back out, and it's still broken from before, but it's no more broken.
Because the last time we did it, it was yellow, then blue, and then orange. And the blue was the keystone. So we should probably try like olive and then russet and then citron. And if that doesn't work, then citron and then russet and olive.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
press
try
the
both of those.
3 stones and olive, russet, then citron. And they react the same way as the first portals. You push each one in sequence, a few seconds go by, and then they slide back out.
Okay.
What's the
So
second
then it-
sequence?
Citron, russet, olive.
Citron, russet, then olive. Then a few seconds later, the 3 stones slide back out.
Okay, so it's not going to be like the same combination with new colors. So let's try more combinations.
So, some of these colors match with positions of the orbs we saw. So, like, there's a pale green one right next to us, and it's at the ground, and there's this olive stone at the ground. Does that have anything to do? I'm trying to match up colors. Like, I don't see anything that matches with russet, though. Like Citron could be orange, and that's at the waist, which is the lowest orange I see. I'm totally overthinking this.
Yeah, I don't have no idea. I mean, we could just brute force more combos.
Yeah, just there's only 6 combos, right?
Yeah, so olive, citron, russet.
You push olive, citron, and then russet. And a few seconds later, the 3 stones slide back out.
Citron.
I'm
olive.
going to stick a few steps back, considering it becomes very apparent that they're brute forcing it, and I don't want anything.
Okay.
So I'm going to do citron, olive, russet.
Citron, olive, russet. Wait a few seconds, and the stones slide back out.
Okay. What other combo is
I
left?
missed a color. What is this color right here?
Is scarlet, held waist high.
That could be russet.
How does that help? There's only 2 combos left, so if we do russet, olive,
Yeah.
citron.
Russet, olive, citron. Wait a few seconds, and the stones slide back out.
Russet, citron, olive.
Russet, citron, olive. Wait a few seconds, and the stones slide back out.
Alright, so it's a totally different system for this one.
Can I touch this olive orb down here with like a shovel?
And you poke it, and it's just the solid plaster that it's painted on.
It doesn't like rotate or. Oh, it's just a painting. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a painting. All of the orbs are
Okay.
just painted onto the plaster.
Can I push it inward?
You push on the wall, but it doesn't have any give to it.
Well, I need to use the bathroom. My old BRB.
Paladins don't get cantrips, do they? I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Cast Detect Magic.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
That being said, there are more than 6 combinations,
You cast
Are there?
Detect Magic.
I think.
The vapors are giving off abjuration and transmutation magic in the archway. The 3 colored stones are giving off enchantment, and I mean beyond that, you're not really sensing anything. Just beyond the ambient magic of the place.
Can I look at all these orbs just walking up and down?
Sure.
Like
Never mind.
like this.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a little bit of time, right?
Walking the hallway, and you sense illusion magic from the black, red, and gold orbs that you've climbed through, and you sense faint illusion magic in the wall in here.
So I still see this. Okay. It's supposed to be a question mark. I don't know why that's. Oh, I'm not using the paint command. That's why.
It is storming pretty hard outside. So let's hope my internet holds and it doesn't turn into a lightning storm.
I am back.
So what's next?
I don't know.
So we tried all 6 combinations.
Alright. So
There we go.
must be like only a 2 sequence. Well, if it was a 2 sequence combination, we still would have hit every combination.
So the only thing.
And I don't know how you would do like a 4 sequence because there's only 3 things. So I don't really know what to do about that.
If we push just one, does the portal change in any way?
It does
Like
not.
visibly.
Which
What
one do
about
you
with my
push?
Detect Magic? I'll just tap the red one or the russet one.
You push in the russet one, and no,
Yeah.
you don't get a different read from the vapors in the archway at all.
Not even with Detect Magic.
Not even with Detect Magic.
Okay. Can I quickly go through the combinations and just see if any combination of 1 or 2 or 3?
Take a
Like,
few
all the-
minutes and push
Yeah.
each one in
I have 10
sequence.
minutes. I just rapidly hit things.
All the ones that Bub just tried, and after you've exhausted all your options, you didn't get any feedback from the vapors at all.
I still wouldn't step in this.
I take a copper piece out my pouch and throw it through.
And it disappears into the vapors.
Did I hear it like hit off of anything?
You did not.
Bub couldn't hear you when you went through the first one either. So sound no go through.
But the vapors were.
Well, the
They were
vapors in the
gone,
first
yeah. They
were
archway
gone.
vanished after you put in a particular combination.
Right.
Well, I did see that mystery door or mystery something over here still, so there's a question mark there for sure. Where the hell else could it look though? What about these empty spaces in the wall? So like here or here?
Just empty spaces where there's no paintings on the walls, and you didn't get a read of magic from any of them.
Here. Okay. What about behind the false doors? I
Nope.
mean, I know that there's nothing here, but
Not there either. You can open them
Okay.
again if you like.
Just endless spears come out.
Hey, this is our treasure. We can just keep making spears. We can corner
They-
the market.
They break against the wall unless you want to like try and make a dexterity skill check and catch it as it comes out.
This is why we brought the monk along.
So, this wall itself wasn't magical, right? It was behind.
There's a
There
faint
was something there,
read of
yeah.
illusion behind the wall somewhere, but you've got it's just solid plaster when you've investigated it.
I could cast Shatter. Could I like? Would I be able to like destroy the wall if it's possible?
It's possible.
And possibly all the entire crypt.
Well, Bub has a battering ram. If you suspect that it's like not an illusionary wall, but just a false wall, we could try to break it.
Yeah, let's try
So-
that.
So silly question.
Okay.
Not a bad idea.
Are these spears, against the wall, something I could use as a weapon to replace my rapier?
They're broken spears, but you can pick up half a broken spear if you want.
Yes.
So
I
we've
don't have mending.
we've devolved to the point in the dungeon where we're just gonna start ramming the walls.
We're just gonna bash the wall.
Just have the barbarians start bashing holes in things. So yeah, Bub, go ahead and make a strength athletics check.
Okay. Do I get like any kind of bonus for having a battering ram and not just using my shoulder?
No.
Okay.
How many people can use the ram? Just one? Is it a personal battering ram?
I
I
don't know.
was-
I didn't.
I was picturing like this large log with like two handles on it that he grabs
Yeah.
and just throws his weight into.
Probably something like that.
Like that he just has strapped to his back otherwise.
I just imagine we'd all have to be helping him with this.
I've
I
got a
don't-
16.
16. And you ram this heavy object into the plaster and cracks start to form and fall away, revealing the stone on the other side. And now you can clearly read enchantment magic on the stone. Whoever still has detect magic up.
Yeah, it's me. I say that.
Okay.
Okay. You can read it. What does it say?
Oh, it's just there's enchantment magic.
detecting
there.
It just says that there's an.
Yeah.
Okay. So we couldn't see that. Before.
Actually, there's a message. It says this is enchantment magic.
Okay.
Go ahead and make me an intelligence arcana check.
I guess that's me, right?
Yeah, because you're the one with detect magic up.
Okay. 9.
9.
Oh, nope, 9.
Yeah, you don't have anything.
Skip that day of paladin class.
But with a couple of good cracks, you definitely have. This battering ram is pretty effective at breaking large chunks of plaster away from the wall, and there's just stone on the other side.
Can we?
It's working.
If I poke the stone with my staff, is that the illusion? Can I go through that now?
Make an intelligence investigation. Now that we've torn some of the plaster away, And someone can aid you in this if they want.
Are we all going to help again? That went so well last time.
I have a -1 to investigation, so this is going to be great.
You don't have to physically make the check. Somebody else can make it. As long
Okay.
as-
I'm
Someone had
still
it too.
plus
Somebody-
2.
Yeah.
Somebody who's a little more.
All right, I'll try this again. Hey, first roll is pretty good. Second roll is not as good, but still it's 19.
19.
Okay.
With some more work from Bub around the edges, you guys clear away this plaster on this wall. It's maybe 1.5 inches thick. And now it's just laying in rubble in front. And going around the edges, you can make out the faint outlines of a door. But there does not seem to be any mechanism by which to open it.
So maybe it is something that like it's an exit. Like you're supposed to open it from the other side.
Hang on, we had our hint that said.
I keep
What,
calling that up
something-
too.
Something from the poem.
Yeah.
Now I know
if
the
you
tormentor
find the
is.
if you find the false, you find the true, and into the columned hall you'll come. And there the throne that's key and keyed. I
I think this is
I
an
reach
order.
out to where the door handle would.
Okay, and you just empty space. You don't feel anything there.
I'm wondering if I want to burn my level 6 spell.
What's your level 6 spell?
True Seeing.
Oh.
So I think I understand at least what the tormentor is now. This must be an order because the door at the start was a torture chamber door, right?
Yeah,
Something
the one
like
you
that?
saw in the wall about here, right next to that box.
Yeah. So that was the tormentor because it was behind us. Or through the arch, which was what we did. And then we shunned green and then shades of red. So these are going in order.
So what's next?
Okay, so if they're going in order, and we did the knight's color and the red.
The next one looks like 2 pits along the way.
Okay,
check.
so we gotta find pits, because we thought that the pits were like all of the pit traps at the starting hallway.
Well, you guys have walked up and down the length of this corridor many times, and nobody once said they were checking for pits, and nobody fell into any.
I thought about that earlier. I was like, we've suddenly stopped poking things.
But nobody fell into anything here.
So do you guys think it'd be worth it to spend True Seeing? It lasts an hour.
Can we investigate everything we've seen in an hour, do you think?
It's likely, unless you guys... I mean, you'd have to find a way back to the entrance, which...
Oh, no, I just mean everything that we have access to, like this region here. Like, we can't get here, I don't assume.
Might be.
Yeah, it's
Good idea.
possible.
So you only get one of these, right?
Correct. Without taking a long rest.
I'm still suspicious of that tunnel, even though I didn't find anything.
I think True Seeing might be the best option here.
Now, the other things I can do is that I do have the spell Magic as well.
Yeah, I have that too.
So we could potentially cast the spell Magic on this illusionary wall and see what happens.
I could do that. I mean,
Because-
Paladin spells, big deal, right?
Because that would be,
No.
less than... I mean, it's the only 6th level spell I know, but, I could always, upcast something to 6th level.
It wasn't
I have-
illusion magic on this
Yeah.
on this door. It was enchantment magic.
It's
Enchantment,
now,
yes.
yeah. We
I have to
detect-
spell magic twice. God damn it. I gotta fix it.
So is True Seeing the plan?
I think it has to be, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's go True Seeing.
Yeah.
I cast True Seeing.
You cast True Seeing, and the first thing that you notice is the gold, black, and red orbs vanish from sight, and you can see the passages beyond. There doesn't seem to be an immediate change in the secret door ahead of you. You don't see like a secret handle or anything appear. Go ahead and make me a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom.
Wisdom. That's not proficiency bonus or anything? Just... Um... 16.
16. So You know that if there was an invisible handle or something on this door, it wouldn't show up under true seeing. And you know if
Right.
the wall itself was an illusion, it would vanish. So your deduction is it's a one-way door. There's enchantment magic keeping it closed from this side. Whatever mechanism is used to open it is on the other side.
Bub's smart.
So you've got about an hour on true seeing. What else? would
Well, you
like
were
to
right,
get?
Bub. It's a one-way door.
But
So-
Bub is the smartest.
So into the hallway here, no change.
No change. The vapors are as they appear. The mechanism by which they work is not revealed to you.
Peek in the chest room real quick.
You climb
I'm
back.
gonna follow.
Climb back into the chest room, and it looks exactly the same as you left it. 2 of the chests are open. The oak one is still closed, and there's a pile of dead snakes laying there.
Hurriedly go back and, since it'd be a little bit quicker, check the gargoyle room.
So you climb up in through the gold hole and climb into the gargoyle room. And
Is the gargoyle still there?
That's
make an
important.
intelligence arcana check at advantage.
Intelligence Arcana at advantage. So that would be just proficiency bonus. $18.
18. Each of the 3 hands of the gargoyle, you notice immediately with your true seeing up, has a depression, just like the one on the floor does. And you don't know what, but you see that this gargoyle statue is concealing something. Something to do with these arms draws your attention with the magic of your true seeing spell. Other than that, no change. Solid wall behind you that you apparently walked through earlier. And that's it.
I check out the other hands on the gargoyle. Is the depressions basically the same as the one on the ground?
They are. There's a depression in the center of the palm in all 4 of the gargoyle's hands. 3 of them attached to the beast and 1 of them laying on the ground at its feet.
And I go back to the group and say, well, the gargoyle's hiding something. The other hands, not just the one on the ground, had depression. But I can't tell what it is. But while I still have the spell up, got one other place to check. And back in the long, windy passage.
You climb
boy.
through this horrible passage once again, and you climb towards the end of it. And when you get to the end, you immediately notice with your true seeing spell a mechanism in the ceiling above you, concealing a secret
Oh!
door.
Oh, how neat! I pull on the mechanism.
Pull on the mechanism and open the secret door.
Ah, okay. This room I remember.
All right.
Hey guys, we made it.
There's a lot to read here. Making sure I don't lose my map. So, you see what is obviously some form of temple area. There are scenes of normal life painted on the walls, but the people have rotting flesh, skeletal hands, worms eating them, and so forth. Yet there's also depicted various religious symbols of good alignment. There is a mosaic path leading between 4 rows of wooden pews that face the worship area. In front of the pews, a wooden railing divides the room. South of it is an altar in front of a tiered dais. And it's this altar that you essentially climb out of. This mechanism opening into the crawl space below. So stuff in this room. There's a dead guy laying over here. That's interesting. I think I need to delete that. So you've got all these sets of pews. You see the path winding around along the floor. You see the wooden railing, the altar that you've kind of climbed out of. Brown hand, can you move there?
Oh,
So sitting on this dais is a large chair. Behind this dead guy, you see another archway. Once again, similar to the first two that you saw. But you're all too far away from it to tell if it's going to change colors. What happened to everybody's...
They were here a second ago.
Yeah, our mans are all gone.
True seeing wore off.
No, God. We were all ghosts
might
all
have-
along.
I might have absent-mindedly destroyed them. That's strange.
What do you mean? Mine's right here.
He's a much larger man.
So you've climbed out of the floor in front of this altar that is built of a block of strange material that glows with an opalescent blue. And then you see a strange slot in the wall over here. Let me see if I deleted your guys' things by accident. It sounds like a thing I might do. No? I don't know where they went.
We just don't exist anymore.
Well, here's somebody. Or was.
That was my extra one from earlier.
Well, it's fine.
The green one?
Well, now it's over
I'll
here,
just
but
get you some new ones. It's okay.
wait, here's oh, the green one was the snakes. So
Ah, yes.
No, it's fine. We'll just shrink these down a little bit.
well, thank you. I don't know how to do that.
I don't think you can.
Oh, okay, cool.
So right now everybody's in front of this altar here. You've climbed all along this path and then come up through a secret door in the floor here. So, dead guy, a third archway, mysterious glowing blue altar, chair on the dais, 8 pews, and what looks like a hole in the wall over here.
Well, we have lots of things to check out.
So I'll give you guys 10, 15 minutes or so to think about it as we go ahead and take our break. It's now 4:30, which means you've been in the Tomb of Horrors for 2.5 hours.